Hi, I'm Cope Reynolds with Southwest Shooting Authority, and we have another little informational Mythbuster video for you here. There's a lot of discussion on the internet about using conversion barrels in Glocks and various other guns, and a great many people will tell you that you must use a conversion barrel to shoot a 9mm in a 40 caliber or a 357 SIG. And while accuracy may be better, we have found that stock barrels work perfectly fine. If they don't, there's some other things you may need to change, like the extractor, spring-loaded bearing, a couple of things inside here, but the barrel itself doesn't cause a malfunction. So we're going to try, this Glock is a Glock 37. I'm sorry, it's a Glock 31 in 357 SIG. So that would be the equivalent frame size and slide size as the 40 calibers, which would be the Glock 22. And when we close the slide here, you see that this is a 9x19 barrel. This barrel came out of a Glock 17. Okay. Then we also have a Lone Wolf 40-9 conversion barrel to compare the accuracy and functioning of the two guns, or the two barrels. So this first one, stock Glock 17 barrel in a Glock 31. Now the first thing we're going to do is just shoot for function. I'm not even going to shoot at a target. We're just going to waste some rounds here to see how it works. Now this still has 40 caliber loaded bearings, 40 caliber ejector, 40 caliber blah blah blah. It's got everything. All we did was change the barrel and the magazine, of course. So far, so good. Okay, let's go now with a shoot it on paper and see what it does. We are at, let's see, we're at 7 yards right here, 357, okay? We're at 7 yards, top left target. Okay, I think that's good enough to prove a point. Okay, I'm going to unload this. Take out the stock barrel. And this is the conversion barrel that they tell you have to have. Okay, I'll save that one here for a minute. Okay, for function, just shooting for the heck of it. Okay, it works as well as the other one. Let's see what I got left here. Looks like I got about 6 rounds left, alright? Top right target. Alright, I think that proves the point. Now let's look at this. Okay, is that good enough for defensive shooting? Sure. Better than a lot of people are even capable of. Is that better? Sure it is. But the point is, you can swap barrels without any other modifications or any other parts or anything else. So while if you're shooting for just in competition, well, maybe I shouldn't say competition. If you're shooting just recreational, self-defense training, normal practice, that's plenty adequate. If you're trying to make money, then maybe you need to go on with the other barrel. But let's try one more thing before we quit here. Okay, what I've got here now, this is a Glock 35. Make sure it's safe. Glock 35, it's 40 caliber. What I have in it is a stock Glock 34 barrel. You can tell that this should be able to tell there that says Glock 9, or it says 9x19. Can you see that, Jason? Okay. So we have a stock 34 barrel in a 35 Glock 35. Now the purpose of this is not to tell you not to buy conversion barrels, because they probably are going to be more accurate in most cases. But the purpose is just to let you know that if you have a stock barrel, you find one at a yard sale, or you've got one gun with an extra, or a damaged gun, you've got extra parts or whatever. Point is, you can use stock barrels. All right, let's try function first. Now this is a gun that I've never tried before with this. We've done it with several other guns. I've never tried it with the long slide. Okay, everything works okay. Let's put it on paper. Let's go to the middle target on this one. Okay. Now, would a conversion barrel have done better than that? Maybe, I don't know. I don't have a conversion barrel for this gun. But I think that's plenty adequate for what most people's purposes. The big argument is that the diameter of this barrel is smaller than the 40 caliber or the 357 SIG, and that there's a lot of slop and it bounces around. Truth is, there's only 20 thousandths of an inch difference in the diameter of this barrel and the barrel that goes with this gun. So there's a little bit of movement in it, and generally, as we saw here, generally they do shoot just a little bit high. On this one, however, I think that's plenty adequate. There's a little bit of movement in here. Let me get up a little bit closer. You can see a little bit of movement here. This is not where the barrel takes a lot of abuse. It locks up back here. So it's not that serious a deal. Not trying to talk you out of buying a conversion barrel, just letting you know that it's possible.